Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Today is April 7, 2022. It is 30 minutes after 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I have here Miss Cervantes and Mr. Correa for today's meeting. For everybody's information, this meeting is being recorded. Now, allow me to present my screen. Can you now see my screen, guys?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po.
Welcome to this class on the present perfect continuous tense, which is also called the present perfect progressive tense. In this English grammar class, I will help you learn and start using this tense step by step. Okay? I'll teach you how to use this verb tense, when to use it, and what mistakes to avoid. We will also focus on the structure, usage, questions, and anything that you'll find worthwhile in studying this tense. We will also do practice exercises so that you can start to speak and write more comfortably and confidently using this tense. All right? Are you now ready to listen?
Ready na
Yes,
po.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you for responding. Let's have our next slide. Miss Cervantes, kindly read the sentences flash on the screen, please.
Is there a difference? I have cooked dinner. I have been cooking dinner.
What's the difference between these two sentences? Is there even a difference in meaning?
Yes po.
Okay, if I say I have cooked dinner, what does it mean?
It means that you're already finished cooking dinner.
Yes, it means that I cooked it in the past and now it is ready. That's right. So when I say I have cooked dinner, that means I don't have to cook dinner anymore because I'm finished. Thank you for that, Aryan. Now, I have been cooking dinner. What does that sentence implies? Mr. Correa.
I think the sentence implies the action is still being taken po, ma'am, or performed.
Okay. For the second sentence, that means that you started cooking in the past and you're still cooking up until the present time. It means that you're not done yet. So the focus in this sentence is more on the process and not so much in the result. These two sentences are from two different tenses. The first example that we'll look at, I have cooked dinner, was in the what verb tense?
Past tense po.
I have cooked dinner. It is in the
Present perfect
Present
tense.
perfect.
yes. I have cooked dinner is in the present perfect tense. And for the second sentence, I have been cooking dinner, it's in the present perfect continuous tense, which we are going to deal with for today's grammar lesson. Let's now proceed. The present perfect continuous tense can serve many functions. It is a special tense in terms of time. Why? Because it connects both the present and the past. It doesn't talk only about the present or only about the past. It connects them, okay? Let's look at this illustration to understand exactly how it works. Okay, let me ask somebody, what can you infer from this illustration? Let me call on Miss Aryan.
I think the illustration is trying to say that I've been already learning from the past, and in the present, I'm still learning English.
Good, good. Very good. Exactly my point. We started learning in the past and we have been learning and learning English up until the present time. Learning English is an action that started in the past and is still continuing now. Okay? Let's take a quick look of how this tense is formed. Look at the first column. We have the words I, you, we, they, he, she, and it. Those words are the, anyone?
Ma'am, subject po.
Yes, those are the subjects. How about for the second and third columns, Mr. Correa?
They're the auxiliary verbs po, ma'am.
Auxiliary verbs. And how about the word learning?
Verb that ends with ing po.
Yes, it is the base word of the verb and ing, learning. For the last column, the word English serves as the.
Object po, ma'am.
Yes, that was excellent. Thank you, Mr. Correa. So we can say that the pattern for present perfect continuous tense, it goes like subject plus the auxiliary verbs has been or have been plus the base form of the verb plus ing plus object. You may take a screenshot of this so you'll be reminded of how this tense is formed. Done?
Okay na po, ma'am.
Okay. For plural subjects like I, you, we, and they, it goes like I have been learning English, you have been learning English, we have been learning English, they have been learning English. And for singular subjects like he, she, and it, we have to change a little bit. We will use the auxiliary verb has instead of have. So it goes like he has been learning English, she has been learning English, it has been learning English. All right. We'll be looking at all of this much more in detail as we go forward. Am I being too fast?
No,
No
ma'am.
po,
Okay
ma'am.
lang po.
Okay. Let's proceed. Mr. Correa, kindly read the sentence flash on the screen.
I have been learning English for 2 years.
What was the word added in the sentence?
The word added po, ma'am, is are for 2 years.
4 and 2 years. Yes, we now have the signal word for and the time frame 2 years. For signal words, we can use the word for and since. I hope you know the difference between these two, but let's just refresh. Let's have the second sentence. Kindly read, Miss Cervantes. I have
I
been.
I have been learning English since I was little.
Okay, so we can say that for is talking about the length of time that an action takes place. It shows how long a person or a thing has been doing something. How long have you been learning English? I have been learning English for 2 years. 2 years is the time frame, while since is talking about the beginning of an action. Since when have you been learning English? I have been learning English since I was little. So the time frame for this is since I was little. Understood?
Yes
Yes,
po.
ma'am.
Okay. With this, for the second function of this tense will also emphasize the duration of an event, just like the signal words for and since imply. The another pattern for this is subject plus auxiliary verbs plus verb plus ing plus the object plus for or since plus the time frame. Okay, take your time to screenshot this. Done?
Yes po.
Mr. Korea.
Okay na po, ma'am.
Okay. Moving on, let's have the second sentence. I have been learning English recently. So the new word added here was the word recently. Even if you don't want to add the adverb, the tense inherently has that meaning. So you really need to choose between recently or lately. Because the third function of this tense is to show an action that happened recently or lately. Present perfect continuous tense may also denote or indicate an action that happened a short time before now. So the pattern for this is, kindly read, Miss Cervantes.
The pattern is subject plus has been or have been plus the verb plus ing plus object plus recently or lately.
As a recapitulation of the functions that we've mentioned earlier, what are the three functions, Ariane, of this tense?
The three functions are: first, it connects both the present and the past.
Yes.
Second, sorry for the cats po. Second, it emphasizes duration of events. And lastly, what happened recently or lately.
Yes. Very good. Thank you, Ariane. Now let's look at how to form an interrogative sentence or a question using these affirmative sentences. Let's have the sentence, we have been learning English. To form a question, it's a little bit trickier, so let us be careful. In
Ma'am,
this,
ma'am, excuse po.
yes,
Hindi ko po nakikita yung presentation.
uh-huh.
Presentation is not visible in my end din po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for that notification. Allow me to present again my screen. Now, can you see now my screen?
Okay na
Yes po,
po.
ma'am.
Thank you po.
Okay. Have you missed this or this one?
That po, yung how to form a question.
Okay. In forming a question, we just need to put the word have at the beginning of the sentence, then followed by the subject, we, then the rest of the rest of the sentence will remain the same. So it goes like, have we been learning English? Have we been learning English? To have a clearer understanding of this, let's have the pattern. The pattern is has or have plus the subject plus the word been plus the verb plus ing plus the object. You may also take a screenshot of this for you to be reminded of the pattern on how to formulate a question. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And as a matter of fact, it is the same for everyone. Have I been learning English? Have you been learning English? Have we been learning English? Have they been learning English? And now for singular subjects, has he been learning English? Has she been learning English? Has it been learning English? Then, if you want to add other question words like what, who, where, when, why, and how, you just add it before has or have and make necessary changes on the subject and the object as per what you want to ask. Do you follow?
Yes po.
Yes
Okay, good.
po.
Now, since we're done dealing with how to formulate a question, let's take a look at how to give a short answer in a polite way using this tense. So, let's suppose that somebody asks you, have you been learning English? Your answer probably is yes or no. But in English, we don't usually just say yes or no. We say a little bit more without repeating everything they said in the question. So if they ask you, have you been learning English? You could say, yes, I have, or yes, we have. The question begins with have, and you can use that simply in your answer and just copy the subject use. Have you been learning English? Yes, we have. Got it, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's try answering the interrogative sentences that we have earlier. Have we been learning English? Have we been learning English?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. Have they been learning English?
Yes, they
Yes,
have.
they have.
Yes, they have. Has he been learning English?
Yes, he have.
Uh-huh. Be mindful of the auxiliary verb. Has he been learning English?
Yes, he has.
Good. Has she been learning English?
Yes, she has.
Yes, very good. As a recapitulation of the things we have discussed, let's do this practice exercises. Okay? Let's have the first one. They watch. Let's change that sentence into present progressive tense. So it became, they have been watching. Then after you change it into the tense, you will change it into an interrogative sentence. Have they been watching? Then after that, you will answer it by yes, they have. They have been watching. Have they been watching? Yes, they have. Got it? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's have another example. It works. First, you need to change it into present perfect progressive tense. It has been working. Then the question, has it been working? Then give a short answer. Yes, it has. It has been working. Has it been working? Yes, it has. Okay, are you now ready to answer the third example? Mr. Korea. She sleeps.
She sleeps. She sleeps will be she has been sleeping, and when we convert it into question, has she been sleeping? And to answer it is yes, she has been sleeping.
Yes, correct. And for
Yes, she have rather pala po, ma'am. I'm sorry po.
actually, you got it right in the first try. Yes, she has. We should be mindful of the auxiliary verb has and have. Singular nouns requires singular auxiliary verbs. What is singular? Has or have? Lawrence?
Has po, ma'am.
Has. So how to give a short answer for that? Has she been sleeping?
Yes, she has.
Yes, she has. How about for the fourth example? Miss Cervantes. He plays.
He plays. Um, He has been playing. And the question should be, has he been playing? Yes, he has.
Yes, very good. That was excellent. This is really amazing. I hope you recognize that it's quite an achievement to get to this point in your study in English, where you can use this present perfect continuous tense. And now, for us to master using this tense, let's have this take home activity. So, as you can see on the illustration, someone has just made a mess in Detective Ben's house. Help him to find 10 clues, again, 10 clues, and solve the mystery. Use the present perfect continuous tense to describe what has been happening in the illustration, then guess who is the suspect. Do you understand your assignment?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes po.
how many clues do you need to get from the illustration? How many clues?
10 clues po, ma'am.
Yes, I said 10 clues and you're gonna spot who is the suspect, okay? Do you have
Yes.
any question?
None po,
None
ma'am.
po.
Everything's clear?
Yes,
Yes po, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you for responding. If there were no questions, then this is the end of our grammar lesson today. If you want to take it a little bit further, then practice now. Use this tense, use some examples. What have you been doing recently? What have you been doing in general? Okay? You may write some sentences about yourself, about the members of your family, and in this way, you will really master this tense. Okay?
Yes po.
Yes, ma'am.
If that's so, thank you very much for your active participation. Let's catch up for our next grammar lesson. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, Ariane and Lawrence.